Hello, last meters, last steps on my way home, and I just questioned myself when and how do I want to get starting to run again. So, for all of you who don't know, I vividly run and like to run a lot. When I was younger, I was running a lot, and when I was like 12, 13, 14, I had to run a lot. When I was on a clinic on Amrum. It's an island on the North Sea, the west part of the north tip of Germany. So there we were running every morning. Without medication, we had to go outside. I have a little asthma. I had a lot of asthma when I was younger. Now it's not even any medication been taken for this. And I passed the exams and everything with flying colors for becoming a fireman. So using pressured air, etc. So that was all fine without medication. And therefore all good for me. But on the clinic we had to run every morning. It was getting up, going outside on a sport place and run a few circles. And it didn't matter the weather. We were always forced to just have our track shorts on and run. And then we got the medication afterwards and we got to breakfast, and then there were several times during the week where we had to go running again. At that time the morning ones were always horrible, and the later ones during the day were always great. I mean, great in a term of I enjoyed the accomplishment. It was like 50-minute running, 30 minutes running, 1 hour running. And it felt pretty easy. If you take a lot of medication at that time. If you were used to have asthma and suddenly you get medication for it, it was Intal and Solbutamol. Life's so easy. Because you're used to the constraints of not having enough air. Basically like doing weighted training with a weight vest, and then later on taking that vest off and do the same exercises. Workouts become a lot more easy. I also tried this. I have a weight vest at home. Probably gonna make a video about it in one of the next days. So coming back, all the running was nice for me at that time, but there was always a goal, something external to achieve something, etc. And then later in my life I also started running again when I was like 24, 25, somewhere in between. No, it was earlier probably, when I was running in my hometown around the lake, and enjoyed that too. But I only enjoyed it when I was running with other people or when I was running for other people. The with one is okay because they help me pursue my running and help me get out there. But many times it was more that I was running for others because they didn't want to run alone. So it was external motivation, and in total that was probably not the best thing to plan for and to have like as a motivational factor. A few years fast forward, and I was still hey, if you want to go running, I'm going to be there for you. If you don't want to go running, I'm not going to run for myself. And that's changed in last year, or even the year before actually. When I came to Switzerland, I was in need for having like sort of relief from my work, and I started running again, and it went a little further last year when I was thinking about trail running, and I also went up to Wittliberg, not by tram, not by train, not walking, but running. And I found a new passion. Not just running in circles or running for a certain time, but running for a target and then later shrinking down the times. And this one thing which stuck with me out of this forced bad running in the morning in the clinic is usually after you have been running, everything is fine. And even the running itself was enjoyable somewhat in hindsight. So if you want to start a sport, evaluate it when you have done it. Do not measure your intentionality and your feelings toward a sport. Maybe running in bad weather, although there's no bad weather, it's just bad clothing. And evaluate it after you've been running. Give that at least this one try where you go out and go run and decide later, was it okay and what can you do about it. Because I feel right now that this tension comes back up when the weather now gets like warm, like 27, 28 degrees in Zurich. And I'm really not a fan of warm weather. Never been, probably never will be, because although my body can stand it, I'm not really enjoying it. But it's all about the prep. Don't take too much clothes, take enough to drink. I have a Salomon vest with 2 bottles inside. It's super light and tailored. That's a great one. And I bought it after the season last year. And in winter or in the colder times, I wasn't running that much because when I came home, it was already pitch black, dark, something, whatever. So running in the mountains is probably not the best idea, or even if it's just a forest. So therefore, it seems like there's a pull, because wherever the comfort zone ends, the magic starts. And it's time for some magic. And surprisingly, we have a GoPro 9 at home. And let's put that one to the test. If you have any experiences to use the GoPro 9 as a runner, where to mount it, what is the best place so you get somewhat usable footage, help me. Leave it down in the comment section. That would be interesting for me. And I will also ask YouTube if someone else has another idea, but why not ask you as well? That's it from my side. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope it gives you also slightly motivation to just try whatever you push forward of sport and activities and evaluate it after you finish it. Thank you. Have a great one. See you next time.